Can the Cowboys just put us out of our misery here? Let's just get this thing done. The SS Cowboys headed for the iceberg.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
You know, the longer this goes, the worse it looks for the Joneses. Think about it for a second. First, it appeared that Mike McCarthy was going to come back. We heard them saying over and over again, praising Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy, we love what he's done. The team hasn't given up on him. You know, he's done great. You know, we had all these injuries, and they had you buying in because, you know, Jerry Jones didn't immediately announce that we're moving on from Mike McCarthy, that, you know, we have exclusive rights for him till that Tuesday, and you were under the assumption that the plan was to bring him back. And I think it was. And I think that the Dallas Cowboys are so arrogant where Jerry Jones says things, we only want people who want to be here, that he believes that the Cowboys, that their shit doesn't stink, that everybody automatically will bow down and do less because it's the Dallas Cowboys. We've heard the Joneses say that. You know, when you're the quarterback of the Cowboys, you can take less because you can get a good side gig by doing advertisements. We won't pay you, but you can make more money by putting in more work elsewhere. You know, that's fine and good. I'm glad that that's a bonus to get me here, but I'm doing a job that everybody else is doing, and you expect me to do it for less. Okay, that's the mentality. Jerry Jones with this whole mentality of, after saying we're going all in, we're going to do more with less. You don't do more with less. You do less with less. And now, having been left where Mike McCarthy, after being basically told, we're going to give you a 1-year contract with an option year full of incentives the second year. And having gone through this whole situation, you know, I remember if it was my brother or somebody else that said to me, because a lot of times you go and look at a job and you look at it and say, I'm not going to make any money on this job. But you take it because you want to have some work. But the reality is, I can be broke at home. I don't have to take a job that I'm losing money on just to say I have a job. I might as well stay home and not lose more money. You follow me? And Mike McCarthy, I think, finally said, you know what? For what you're offering for pay, having just gone through literally hell this past season, I'm going to look and see if there's greener pastures. And I can take a year off or two, or maybe not coach at all, but my sanity will be better. So Mike McCarthy goes. Then you have Robert Saleh. Robert Saleh, who now is going back to San Francisco. That guy's gone. You brought and talked to Kellen Moore, you know, your guy, Kellen Moore. Well, he's on a second interview with the Saints and could possibly get that job over Mike McCarthy. You talked to Dion. A lot of people looked at it and said, Dion's just using you to get a better deal. Colorado has offered a better deal. And then you have things that come out that say, the talking heads, that Bill Belichick could have been interested had he known sooner. But, nah, I'd rather go to college football. So you look stupid because you didn't actually try and get Bill Belichick because you waited. And then it comes out also yesterday that Mike Vrabel was definitely interested in the Cowboys job because he looked at it from the standpoint of, yeah, I'm going home to my team in New England, but I got a lot more to work with there in Dallas and it's higher profile. But because the Cowboys waited, he took another job. And because you waited, you couldn't even get on board because you had to ask before the wild card game for the Lions. And you already had Mike McCarthy. So the Cowboys, you just look stupid. And here it is. You go through, do 2 interviews, and we're hearing Clarence Hill basically saying that it could happen today or it could have been yesterday. Stay tuned. And then another thing comes out that you talked to Pete Carroll about the job. And lo and behold, here it is. Apparently you're too late with Pete Carroll, because today Pete Carroll is hired as the head coach. If you actually called Pete Carroll yesterday saying, hey, Pete, we'd like you to coach our team, you were too late again. Too late. You look like fools. You look like bumbling idiots. You look like, I would say, the Keystone Cops, but the Keystone Cops weren't this bad. Literally anybody that you've had interest with has got a job someplace else. They don't need you. You might want to hurry up and jump on Brian Schottenheimer before he takes a job someplace else. You're losing assistant coaches. Your wide receiver coach is talking to Miami. Your special team coach has gone to the Rams. What has holding on to Mike McCarthy to make sure you got every day out of his freaking contract done from you, except make you look like the dumbest people in football? The SS Cowboys headed for the iceberg. You might want to get this thing done like right now. Right now. Don't wait. Somebody else might scoop in and take Brian Schottenheimer. Seriously. You know, that just brought a smile to my face. That literally I just had a deja vu moment. Last year, it was a year ago, right after New Year's, I lost an incredible mentor, my good friend Alex Lucas. He was in his 90s, and Alex was like my Yoda. I wish he could come back like Yoda, where I could see his shadow and stuff and still be able to talk to him. But I had talked to him about Tracy, the woman I fell in love with in college, but we never dated like that. We were just great friends. And I used to always say that she was the one that got away, that she was the one that I was meant to be with. And lo and behold, 23 years ago, on the 28th of this month, Match.com matched us up. Hadn't seen her for years. And we had lunch the next day, and she was like, oh, it's my good friend Mark. Nice to see you. Patted me on the back. It was like there was no spark there from Tracy. I immediately called my friend Alex and said, Alex, man, you'll never forget. I just ran into my dream girl. He said, Tracy? He said, lock it down. Lock it down before she has a chance to change her mind because of your badass kids. Lock it down. Don't wait. Lock it down. Time is of the essence. And I locked it down. Locked it down. Because from January 28th to Memorial Weekend, we fixed up my house, got it sold, and bought the house that we live in Springfield. I locked it down. Didn't wait. Best decision of my life. Cowboys, we'll wait. We'll wait. And every time, it's cost the Cowboys. And if I'm a coach, well, I don't know who else there is out there right now. Who else? Who's left? Mike McCarthy's left. What are the at this point? Who's left? It's not Pete Carroll. It's not Bill Belichick. It's not Mike Vrabel. It's not Ben Johnson. It's not Aaron Glenn. You got Kellen Moore. You got Brian Schottenheimer. Who else? Who else? Is this done by process of elimination? We'll just figure out the one person who wants to be here. As Jerry Jones says, we want guys that want to be here. Oh, okay. Well, guess what? Everybody's proved they don't want to be here. Way to go, Jerry. Way to go. Congratulations. And Brian Schottenheimer, bro, I wish you the best of luck. I wish you the best of luck. We'll just wait. This announcement, this announcement has to, well, no, it could be Sunday. It could be right before the game. That would be the most Cowboys thing to happen. That they announce that we're hiring Brian Schottenheimer before kickoff of the Eagles in Washington. In the same way, Jerry Jones at Jimmy Johnson's Hall of Fame says, we're going to put you in the Ring of Honor, and then doesn't for 2 years. Jackass.